Howdy ho, Lions fans. Welcome to the Detroit Lions podcast. This is episode 542, the official Detroit Lions podcast for Reddit. We're doing it live, like we like to do it. I'm your host, Chris, and with me is my co-champion, co-winner, and co-host, my good friend, Ash, Mr. Tweetson Thompson. How you doing, brother?
Not too bad. I would like to thank my parents for this participation trophy.
I'd like to thank your parents too. So we got a lot to talk about today.
Yep.
On Hell, Monzone. I want to try it. We'll see. Hutch, take my leg. I'm with you. We'll talk about that. There's a lot of really, really good stuff to talk about, but of course, there's the overarching shadow of what happened to Aiden Hutchinson, and we will talk about that.
Yep.
And we'll cover all these bases. Talk about the game. We'll cover Coach Campbell's post-game presser, which will be interesting for sure because he likely will have some things to say about Mr. Hutchinson. We'll do a little round table. We'll take your calls. We got all that going on and a whole lot more. Ash, my friend, are you ready to go?
Let's get it on.
Get it on.
Let's kick this off and break it down.
All right. I think the first thing we have to do is wish a good happy birthday to our friend Jerry Jones. Happy birthday, Jerry. Hope you liked the present. Well, we got you. All right, here we go. Yeah, what a game. Again, another shout out. The fans in the stadium to be in Arlington, Texas and hear those Let's Go Lions chants that loudly is a really big deal. So good work out there. I see Don Burr is actually in Dallas leaving the game. Both happy and sad. Yes. Good work there to our Lions friends. Okay, Ash, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's take the positive first. Can we do that?
Okay. Yes, let's. Jared Goff, 18 for 25. Not perfect this week, but we'll take it.
It's a drop off. It's a
315 yards, 3 touchdown passes. It's. We'll go with that. That's okay. Like David Montgomery, that running game. They were raving about it through the entire game, and for good reason. Montgomery averaged 6.7 per carry, and Gibbs only had 5.2, which was like a good Barry Sanders season.
Yeah.
Monty added the 2 touchdowns. Like Reynolds came in garbage time when they were loading the box because it was literally just to kill the clock. Didn't do quite as well, obviously. Receiving is, I think, where the most interesting things happened in this game. Like Amon-Ra St. Brown basically got a day off today.
He did. And
his version of a day off is only 4 catches and a touchdown. But like Jamison Williams led the team with 76 yards. You love to see that. Khalif Raymond finally had himself a day with 73. And Tim Patrick, of all people, 68. And Ford only had the 1 catch, but it was a hell of a catch, man, for 52 and a touchdown.
Sure was.
It's you love to see this.
Can I say that Tim Patrick is the guy? Or is becoming a guy. Let me say that.
Yeah,
I say that
he's
guy.
a guy.
I'm doing too many things at once.
Yep.
He is a guy. He is a guy. I like it.
Yep.
I like what he's doing for us.
That's the thing. You just need him to get his 2 to 4 catches a game, and somebody has to get those catches. And we just didn't have anybody for the first couple weeks who could get that specific type of catches, if that makes sense. Yep. It's like I love Khalif Raymond, but he's more of a kind of gadget guy, fill in for your slot when he gets hurt. That's more his.
And we're back. Okay, thank you. Apologies for that, everybody. That was a little funky monkey, but we're back here and have the stream going. Okay, so we got a quick take on what's going on with our players. Let's bring back a little bit of talk. I want to go back to Tim Patrick and get back into that. Okay.
Yes.
Tim Patrick, like I said, not the guy, but he's becoming a guy. He did, and like, look, we're going to talk about some trades and some crazy things that people have out there with trades that aren't possible. But the idea that Devontae Adams was out there was like really intriguing to me, right? But boy, do we have like, I don't want to say dime store Devontae, but I mean, do we have Moneyball Devontae potentially, the guy that fills that sort of a role for us?
Yeah, honestly, watching him today, I was kind of struck as, like we got Anquan Bolden at the absolute end of his career, where all he was doing was making tough catches and getting hit. And Tim Patrick's doing that 15 yards downfield, though. He wasn't burning anybody, just in zone coverage. He knows the spot you have to go to catch the ball. And he was doing that today. Like, it just, yeah, man, it's nice to see the secondary or tertiary even players stepping up and getting the job done in this ludicrously good offensive performance.
Yes.
Like it's hard to have too many complaints when you win a game by 38,
And
which is not something we've seen a lot of as Lions fans. Like it's always, even when the team was good, it was all tight games all the time.
especially against Dallas and in Dallas.
Yeah.
Oof.
Which they kept belaboring the point in the fourth quarter of, "No, I haven't won this game since 2013." And it's like, that was. Can we stop talking?
They didn't have
that?
a whole lot, because once the game was over,
Yeah.
they didn't have a whole lot more to talk about. So they went back to the cue cards, and you can only print so many before a game starts, right?
Yep. Yeah, that's exactly. And there's only so much to talk about when, like, how many different ways can you say the Lions are really beating the living crap out of the Dallas Cowboys right now in every aspect of football except kick coverage.
Trevor, the Cowboys' worst home loss since 1988. And I'm going to say that this is, look, the bright side of Hutch and the Hutch injury. If you score 47 points, you shouldn't need Hutch really on defense. You should be okay. Now, we're not going to do that every time. Let's talk about what happened. Gruesome injury.
Yeah.
Leg. Look, we'll know more. There's very, very little to know right now. Evidently, he's in emergency surgery. They may talk about it on the podium. We'll get more from Coach Campbell, I'm sure, when he's there talking. But I'm just going to say, from my uninformed opinion, and gosh, we need Dr. Liao to call in. But from my uninformed opinion, I'll say season ending, not a career ender, though. I mean, we've seen Teddy Bridgewater come back from what, as bad as this looked, what was potentially much, much worse than what we saw here.
Yeah, that's it. It looked bad, but it didn't look like Alex Smith, Joe Theismann bad.
Right.
Like it wasn't one of those ones that immediately made you kind of want to throw up a little bit.
Right.
But it's yeah, like I too am not a doctor and would not even claim to play one on TV. But yeah, this was a bad one. That's probably season.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate, because I mean, he's in the middle of, they're at the beginning of what was clearly the best season he's ever had.
Yeah. The defensive player of the year was his at this point, and even with what he was doing today prior to that was his to lose. I mean, he was all over that. It was incredible play, and it's just heartbreaking for everything he's done and how he's grown and what he's given the game and how hard he plays. For something like that, man, that's tough. That's just really, really tough. Never been less jazzed about a blowout win. I know, I'm really maybe I'm just straight in psychological denial doing the repression thing, but I'm loving the win over the Cowboys in Dallas, and it sounded like another stadium takeover by the fans. That's kind of what I'm focusing on. The Hutch thing, and then we got, what was it, 2 more sacks after Hutch was out. I mean, the defense continued to perform, and some of that is thanks to that upgrade in the secondary.
Yeah, McNeil had 2 today, and we got one from Trevor Nowaski, which Jeff has been nice enough to talk about several times on both the podcast and Lions Wire.
Yes.
Saying that they were trying him out as kind of the Brooks replacement, and that, by what you can see statistically today, looks like it's going reasonably well.
Yep.
So we'll see how that goes. Maybe he's the next, who's that Pittsburgh Steelers linebacker that was undrafted, came out of nowhere? Had like 10 sacks a year for 8 years after, oh man. It's like the scariest looking guy ever. Not coming to me.
Yeah, me either.
Chat, you got anything? No? Yeah.
No.
92, I think it was. Yeah.
Christopher McGee wants to call in from Scotland. We're gonna take calls after coach's press conference. We'll take calls then, and then it'll the number will be down on the little banner below us there. So you'll be
James Harrison.
James Harrison, yeah.
Mr. Snuts got that for us.
Oh,
D's a good man.
Mr. Snuts, D Snuts. Ah, yes.
D Snuts.
Yep.
There you go. There you go, D. Got you, bro. Ken Button, I wouldn't toss in the towel. There's always next year. We're Lions fans. We're built for this. I'm not tossing in the towel at all. Look, Hutch is a key part of the defense. He's really, really important. But the improvement on this defense has been significant
Last year.
steps forward.
Yeah.
That this does not tank this team.
I would be a lot more down this time last year if this had happened, because there was just nothing. You know what I mean? Like, the thing is, if you cover long enough, a pass rush will get there. If you pass rush well enough, your guys can cover long enough. It's kind of a synergy. So this does make things a little bit more difficult, actually a lot more difficult, but they're not lost.
Yes.
You know, like there are going to be some changes in what they're doing up front defensively because of this, because they just simply do not have another guy who can do 80% of what Aiden Hutchinson did. You know, like it's just not there. So teams are going to play them differently now. So it's going to be interesting to see how this goes. But I mean, I have a lot of faith in what the Lions coaches have done with the front seven this year.
Aleem with 2 sacks today. Look at that. Up the middle.
Yeah, Aleem with 2 sacks and Nowaski with 1. Like, you got me. I'm still on board here.
Combat sack. Do you think Ben Johnson passes job interview for the Dallas head coach next year? I guess that's an opportunity that may pop up. But I'll tell you this about Ben Johnson. I loved that he showed that he holds a grudge. How many times did he try to get the ball to a lineman to score? They knew you were going to try it once, right? But he was like, fuck these motherfuckers. And he was just going to force that in. Yep. He wanted that revenge. And I like that. I really like to see that side of him, because that tells you a little bit about how competitive he is.
Yeah. Yeah. You love to see that kind of thing, just because, but you hate to see another offensive lineman take a touchdown away from his buddy. You know, like Ragnow on that one. I swear that rule used to be that they weren't allowed to be 5 yards downfield, but at some point, like, the rule now is you can't be across the line of scrimmage. So I don't know if that's just some stupid Canadian high school rule that's stuck in my head, or what's going on with that. But like, I swear that used to be the rule, but I couldn't find anything about it ever having changed, and that is the rule right now. And Ragnow was 3 yards downfield, so no touchdown for Sewell.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Latvia Lion, 40 burger 2 weeks in a row, has not happened since 1962, before I was born. That's before me too. Whew.
Yep.
I got another one here.
Not that old.
And Matt, there's a lot of people saying this, so we're not picking on you. You're just the one that happens to be here right now. Max Crosby, come on down. Guys, gals, he's not on the trade block. He's not out there.
No,
it's not going to happen. And what it would take to make it happen is not worth it. It's just not. Yeah. And so there's other options they're going to have to look at, other roads we're going to have to go. But no, it isn't going to be Crosby. It isn't going to be. A lot more has to happen for him to disassociate from those Raiders. So sorry. As much as I'd love to have him, this isn't going to happen. Oh man, Hendon Hooker looking good.
Yeah. He looked like you want your backup quarterback to look when he comes in to kill a game. You know,
he
didn't really do anything.
Did you see how smooth he took that knee in victory formation? I mean, there's not many quarterbacks that have that kind of grace, that kind of form.
Majestic.
I mean, yes, majestic is the word I was looking for. Thank you so much. Hendon Hooker out there looking good as a backup. Love it. He can take my victory formation snaps anytime.
Yep. I mean, he did complete a pass for 19 yards, and it was a nice little throw. But it's there's nothing to not be happy about today, other than that. Vacky got in. You like to see that every once in a while. Got his one carry for 5 yards.
Yeah. Reynolds got 21. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Let's see what we got.
God bless him for getting that money.
Jared Wheels Goff, as the players like to call him. Wheels over there. He cranked himself out 5 yards on 3 attempts. Not bad. Just kind of showing those rocket engines he's got. We got A-Rob didn't see anything. Gibbs 28 receiving. That was pretty nice. Amon-Ra a little light on the receiving yards. Loretto. Crosby was just on TV shoving his coach, so he may be on the trade block. We'll see. We've seen. We'll see. I'm going to say no and hope that I reverse jinx it, but it's not going to happen, and it's just not going to be worth it. I don't know. I just don't know.
And there's a lot of chat too about Trey Hendrickson, but I can't imagine a team trading a guy who had 17.5 sacks last year.
I can't either.
That's not how you rebuild a team. That's part of your building block. And I know he's 30 or close to at this point, but you have to have some good players on your team to move forward. And it's not like they're getting blown out a lot here. It's some fairly close games that they're losing. So it's something really weird would have to happen for there to be anyone available who could even come close to stepping into Aiden Hutchinson's shoes, and the cost you would have to pay is so high that it's never been worth it for any team. It's basically shooting yourself in the foot for the next 3 years of the draft.
Yeah.
And, given how early in the season the trade deadline is in the NFL for some stupid reason, the NFL doesn't want this to happen. Basically, for guys to just pick up ringers for whatever stupid reason. I don't understand it. It's part of the reason that it takes 3 years to build a team in the NFL is because you can't load up for a quick reload like they do in some other sports.
Yep. You think the culture? There's
just nothing there.
This is from Malcolm. Do you think the culture is strong enough to absorb Hassan Reddick?
No. I don't think any culture is strong enough to absorb a guy who just doesn't care. And that's clearly what Hassan Reddick is. So,
yeah. Here we go.
Also, just from a personnel standpoint, he doesn't do what Hutch does. He is not going to be that guy. He'd be the guy across from Hutch in our defensive scheme.
So many positives to get shaded by Hutch. Dan goes above 500. That's how did we miss that? Dan Campbell over 500. No punts on offense. McNeil dominated a top offensive lineman all night. Dal Ass didn't get into the end zone. And I'll get one more out there. Brian Branch with 2 picks. Beautiful plays out there. Love seeing what Branch did. Branch has really grown into something special. Love my guy. Love my Brancher. He was such a great pick. Yep. Oh God, such a great pick. Let's see what do we got. We got I saw it here. Let me get back. Ken's a doomer. He said we're not gonna be able to trade for Crosby. Our season was over when Hutch went down. I hate it more than anybody, but we're done. Nah. That's not the case at all. Not this team. Not this.
Just scored 47 points, bro. Relax.
See who else still we got. Okay, we got Loretto. We still need a solid depth piece on the team potentially. Imagine next year we draft another edge. Back to Ken. We got Aiden back. We might actually have a shot at the Super Bowl. I don't think it's over with. I don't think. Oh, let's get Coach Campbell on here. I see he's at the podium. Go here and just make sure that I catch him. All right, here we go.
He's in good hands right now. He's being taken care of. He'll stay back here. Obviously he's going to be down for a little while. And so that's tough, man. It's hard when you lose somebody like him. But we'll know a lot more after this and obviously wish him the best. As far as the guys, man, I thought we really played the most complete game we've probably played here in a long time, if not the most, since we've been here. I just thought all phases stepped up, particularly offensively and defensively. We applied pressure. We finally got a multiple takeaway game, and, they came in bunches. We've talked about it. These things will come in bunches. And Branch, gets 2 picks. He punches a ball out, actually gets 3 picks. And so just, man, a number of things that came out. Kirby got one, and Germ got a punch out. And, man, we challenged on the perimeter. We were better. We limited some of the penalties that can take place. I thought our front came to life, and we were active all day. And then offensively, the big boys up front, we were able to run the football, Montgomery and Gibbs, and then, man, Goff, we're able to get a lot of explosives today. And it took all of them, and it was Laporta and J-Mo and Leaf and TP. That was a big third down, first shot of the game that we took, Saint, and so that was a total team effort, and I'm extremely proud of the way the guys came in ready to battle and get this one.
And what is the initial diagnosis or fear within the injury exactly?
Well, the fact that it's an injury, and he'll be down for a while.
Can you say tibia, fibula? What is it exactly? Do you know?
Yeah, it would be it's the tibia.
And he's staying at the hospital, or he went to a hospital, obviously. Mm-hmm. Can you talk about the way your team responded? I mean, A, the players going out there, everyone, shows kind of what he means to them, and then B, the fact that it wasn't, a big letdown defensively, the plays that you guys made after that too, I guess.
Yeah, look, those are hard. Those are hard moments, and that's hard for everybody when you're standing there and that's one of yours, and something like that happens. But our guys have done a good job, and our coaches are just getting them refocused on the job ahead of you, and because look, if you dwell on that too much and you start playing a little timid, that's when you get hurt. And so our guys snapped right back in, and they lived in the moment we were in, and that's credit to our players and the coaches.
You guys were struggling a little bit offensively the first few weeks. You kind of said, hey, be patient. I think right about the bye, we're going to kind of pick this up. It happened a week earlier, but just what have you seen from them the last 2 weeks? 89 points, last 2 games. Why were you so confident that early, and just why are they in such a rhythm right now?
I know the people that I'm around. I know the coaches, and I know the players. I know Goff, and I know Decker and Frank and Sewell and Saint and Dave Montgomery and, Brock Wright and, Graham. I can keep going down the line. Leaf. And I just know what kind of guys they are. And they're professionals. And I mean the true meaning of professionals. They'll put in all the work that they need to get better. They work on their craft. And they believe. They believe in what we have, and they believe that we're one play away from busting a huge explosive that could be a touchdown. Any one of those guys. And as long as I do my part, is how they view it, then good things are going to happen. And so, look, it's on all of us, and everybody's in the right place right now.
Speaking of David, he had the contract extension on Saturday night, had the 2 touchdowns today.
Yep.
Why was it important for you guys to get that done now? Can you just put
extend him again?
Well, look, David is, this is something that we felt like was the right thing to do. He's playing at a highly productive level, and he's somebody that we want here long term, and we just wanted to make it happen. And we're fortunate that both sides wanted the same thing, and so it's a credit to Brad getting that done, Charlie. But it was we didn't see ourselves a year or 2 from now not having 5 here with us. It just didn't. We didn't see it. It didn't make sense. He's too much like us. He's too much a part of us. He's everything we're looking for, and we're not going to just let that guy leave. So I'm glad he's here to stay.
What did you learn about the team today? Obviously a place where the team has struggled before, but now you get a dominant win.
I didn't learn anything. I mean, I expected us to come in and play well. I told you it's the tightest I've felt about our crew, and we answered.
Dan, he went up the tunnel with Aiden did, where the ambulance is, obviously. Was it immediate surgery for a compound fracture?
Yes.
You mentioned Brian Branch. Go ahead.
Jared,
Oh, hey, Dan, were you guys tempted to throw the ball to Skipper when you're down at the goal line?
No, we tried to get one to Decker, and it didn't work out. You know, we were close. We were real close, but no, we didn't quite get there. We tried to score a number of different ways, and we didn't get that one. That's about the only one. Yeah, that was a good one. Now what they'll have to have that out in the old line room. All right, because that was one of his teammates in the old line cost him that one. So.
I do want to ask about Branch. Just one last thing on him. You know, you mentioned him coming back. He seems like a tone setter, sort of like David is on offense. I mean, the way he hits, the plays that he makes. What does he just mean to be back and to be making plays in this?
He means a ton to us. He is. What you see is what you get. He's a highly productive player. He is the ultimate football player. He's a football player. I mean, he gets it. He sees it, and and the safety position in our defense is perfect for him because it allows him to roam, and he's got some freedom. It's structured, but yet he's got some freedom to be able to move a little bit and play ball. And, man, you just see the sky's the limit with him and Kirby back there. Those two playing together, they're really beginning to grow. So he's big for us. It's good to get him back.
real quick, last one.
Just real quick, getting back to David, he had a run, I think, right in front of you, and it looked like you were as animated as you were the whole game. Kicking your leg up and swinging your arms. What are you feeling in that moment? I mean,
which one? I'm sorry.
David Montgomery had a run. It was not a touchdown. It was
I
a
got
little
you.
later. It was almost right in front of you on the sideline. You were just.
No,
what were you feeling in that
No, I think, like, for me, these old bones can't play anymore, all right? This old beat-up body. But it just makes you can put yourself there, and you just wish you could play with that guy. Like, it makes me want to, I wish I could have played with him. He's that type of runner, and he's that type of teammate, and it's inspiring. It's inspiring, and I love it, man. I love the demeanor, I love the attitude, and he won't go down, and he's resilient and he's tough. So,
all right, thanks, Dan.
All right, we'll be back with Jared Goff shortly. Woo, a lot of talk, interesting things. I have to say, his attitude is absolutely contagious. You know what I mean?
Yep.
He's old bones. Like, yeah, I wanted to play with him. Right? It's I love that. I love that soul that man carries. I love that soul. All right. Ben Johnson needs to go. Got wide receivers out here blocking, an offensive lineman running receiver routes. Does he even know how to football? Love it. Okay, let's see. Let's open up the lines really quick. Although there was one thing I wanted to touch on. I guess we got it. Let's he did cover the Branch thing, so that was good. And Kirby got one. Kirby should have had two, but Branch cost him one because he wanted to get more this time, I guess. So let's open up the phones. We'll do that right now. Just call 248-782-8384, 248-782-8384. Or if you're calling from Scotland or somewhere else, you can go ahead and use Skype and just call the account Detroit Lions Podcast. That's all one word, and that'll get through you. Detroit Lions Podcast is the account, and that'll get your calls in there. And we'll start talking. Where do we go from here? Big win, lots of points. Can the defense keep the other team from hitting us with 40 fatties? Gary, calling it a night. Looking forward to the rest of the conversation in the podcast tomorrow. Go Lions. The Super Bowl run is still on. Absolutely. Thank you, Gary. Good to see you, man. Always good to have you around. Hey, caller, what's your name? How much have you had to drink? And tell me, what's your outlook?
It's Doc Zay from the Slack.
Hey, Doc Zay. How you doing?
Oh, man, I didn't have to crack anything open until Aiden went down.
Can you provide some therapy, or do you need some too?
I mean, here's the thing, right? You've already said it. We lost our best defensive player and held them to 9 points?
Yeah.
Yep. And the boys rallied, the boys fought. We put up 47 points on offense, Aiden goes down, we come right back out, and David Montgomery runs 3 more dudes over. Like, it's just like, how many times have we seen these Lions teams in the past? Like, I remember when DeAndre Levy went down, and it's like the team just gave up. Like, everyone on the team knew our season's over because this guy just went down. Or those offenses when Kenny Galladay would fake 3 different injuries. It just like the whole team would give up. And just to see the way these boys kept fighting, inspiring. So they're going to be fine. I think we should still beat Minnesota next week. It's going to be good.
Yeah, that's the one where we can finally take our rightful place atop the division with that victory.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We should that win should put us on top of the power rankings. From there, we just got to live up to it, right?
Yeah. Ash, do you need anything?
No questions today for y'all.
Nothing. Ash, do you need anything from the good doctor?
I don't think I do, unless he's got some kind of prognosis on the whole Hutch thing. But I don't want to put that pressure on anybody anyway.
Leal's is going to be better than mine, but it's not. Fair. It doesn't seem as bad as we think. He should be back for training camp from the eye of a psychiatrist. But Leal's is certainly going to be more accurate than mine.
Oh man! All right. Well, Doc, love you, man. Thanks for calling in again.
Of course, always good to talk to y'all.
You too.
All
right, we'll see you.
And still undefeated when we have post-game shows, right?
100%. I keep telling, and I want folks to know next week I have to go out of town. I actually have a late flight that as soon as we're done with the post-game show, I've got to run right to the airport and fly, and I don't get in now at like 2 a.m. But it's only so we can do the show, so we can beat the Vikings. I just want you all to know the sacrifices I'm making for this team as well.
Your dedication. By the way, everything's good. You're safe. I mean, I know the Hurricanes were good.
Yeah, the drinks were good. Yeah, I'm missing a whole lot of roof down to the wood, so it's all been tarped over, and we got to work through insurance and all that. But I'm in a lot better shape than a whole lot of people, so I can't complain. You know what I mean? It's just stuff. Everybody's safe.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I'm glad to hear y'all are safe. Sorry about the roof. It's Florida.
Wild. Just think, in a couple months, I get to say I got a new roof.
That's true. Or you make your grand return to Michigan. You come back home.
There's been some talk. There has been some talk. So we'll see. We'll see how things go.
Hit me up on the Slack.
All right. We got you, Doc.
All right, y'all. Y'all be well.
All right. You too, bud. See ya. All right. There you go. Big Doc Zay. We got here. Grab one here. Hey, caller, what's your name? How much you had to drink? Caller? Oh.
Quite a bit to drink. I had a couple whiskeys, and then I wasn't feeling quite right yet, so I had a few beers, and I still wasn't quite there, so I smoked a doobie. I'm okay now. I've just got the perfect amount in me.
Okay. Don't drive, though, okay? Whatever you do, don't drive.
No, I'm not driving now.
Okay, cool. So, hey, I didn't catch your name. Sorry, I had a little technical glitch.
Wes. Big Wes. I'm in the chat.
Oh, Big Wes, how you doing?
Oh, nice.
Oh, good. About do we trade for a D? And I know we're not going to get Crosby. That's ridiculous. But I really don't think that someone like Hendrickson would cost us all that much. Maybe give him Houston and
17.5 sacks
this year. Yeah, that was not this year, though. Okay, he's 30 going on 31. I don't know. They might consider it. I don't know. But anyways,
a mid-round pick for a guy who last year?
Wow. I said give Houston, too.
I'd say at this point you're paying someone to take Houston.
Yeah, probably. You're right. I thought maybe Bagel.
And he's got 3 years left on his deal. Like, I don't think the Cincinnati ownership are going to like having paid a giant signing bonus and then trading a guy 2 years later, like after 2 or 3, whatever.
All right, let me dream. Okay.
Wes, just let me dream. Come on, Santa, no shit in my stocking.
You're from the Slack, Wes. You know this is what I do. I shatter dreams. That's
all right.
That's my thing.
Another thing, at the end of the game there, remember when we had 47 and we're at the 30-yard line and it's 4th down and 5?
Yes.
Why didn't we kick a field goal and hang 50 on those bricks? That's what I really wanted to see. I hate Dallas.
I absolutely hate Dallas as well. I could not, like, you would think they're a divisional opponent as much as I hate them.
Yep.
I cannot stand them. I've hated them since the 90s, and those were the years where they were like so good, but they could never beat us. Like, we just had their number. I loved being able to just talk dog shit about Dallas, but they've been our nemesis here. What is it, 11 years now? And actually, I'm really glad. As much as I love the Stafford play and the sack that he had to score the winning touchdown, I'm just glad that's not our last win over them now, because I don't have to think about that. Now we've got like this giant 47 point, frog march of the Cowboys up and down the field. I'll love this. This is going to sit very happily in my brain.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that Decker or Sewell couldn't get their touchdowns, but at least we rubbed it in a bit, anyways.
Yeah, I can say this now after the fact. I had a bet going where it would have paid me a lot if CD would have gotten a touchdown today. I had a good parlay that I got missed, but oh well.
I had a similar thing. My parlay got cost because Tim Patrick didn't get that touchdown that they said he was short by about a half a foot there.
Oh, man.
I would have hit always the fourth thing on my parlay. I would have got like $300-something on a $10 bet. It was too bad.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
That Tim Patrick, I'll say it again. He looks like, we have a limited data set here, but he looks like he could very well be the guy for that role. He could be the Moneyball character that just stands in that position. I love what I've seen from him already, and his demeanor is really, really cool. I think he's a fast fit for this team.
Oh, absolutely. I agree. If you throw up a 50-50 ball to him, he's coming down with it as a big man.
And I want to just really quickly, there was this myth, and people use it to explain away J-Mo last year, right? There's this myth, well, no, it takes Goff a while to gel with his receivers. He's not, they got to get to know. He seemed to be gelling pretty good with TP already. And now maybe he's used TP all his life, and that's why I was so close. But no, I think he's gelled with him really quickly. I think it just dispels the idea that he can't gel with somebody quickly or work with, any good receiver out there. I think it's a misnomer.
Yeah, this is true. I think Patrick is just a pro, and he caught on quick at what he's supposed to do.
Yeah. Okay, quick. Who officially gets ruled out for the season first, Hutch or McCarthy? Oh, sorry, too soon. Dark is my cope. I can go with that. Jay Smith, thank you for the super chat. All right, Wes, we're going to let you fly, man. We got the calls are just hammering right now. Okay, bud?
All right, thanks a lot.
All right, thanks for calling, man.
Talk to you later.
All right, ciao.
Bye.
All right, so we can do this. Hey, caller, what's your name? How much have you had to drink?
Too much.
That's good for you. It'll make you feel good.
I'm phoning for Scotland.
Oh my God, he got through.
Yeah, I did. Nice. I've been trying for ages. Well, not ages. I've actually been drunk a lot of the time. But
I've been drunk for ages, but I just started trying. I get it.
Yeah.
That is the best thing to do in Scotland, in my experience. So.
Oh, definitely. It's the only way to live. It's either that, you need to look at our women.
So what do you got? What was your name again?
Chris.
Chris. How'd I forget that? So, Chris, tell you what, we got Jared Goff on the podium. I'm going to put him on pause and we'll finish this call.
I will bow out for him.
No, that's okay. We'll finish the call with you, and then we'll put Jared on. Okay.
That's fine.
So what do you got for us, Chris?
Oh, I've been drinking since 2 o'clock today watching. I watched the Bears win. I wasn't happy about that. But the Lions today, that was magic.
It was.
Absolutely.
How much do you hate the Cowboys?
So much. Like physically, like there are loads of people in Scotland that like them, and you're like,
oh, really?
F they guys kind of thing. And I come from a part in Scotland. It's called Coatbridge. It's called Little Island, and everybody's an Eagles fan because they wear green. Right. And I support the Lions. I've got family in Michigan, and basically you can't wear blue Coatbridge. It's a whole Catholic Protestant thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
People give me the fingers a lot. Like, I used to walk about with my Stafford jersey on, and they were all giving me the fingers to go to the bus. I was like, I go to the Celtic games. They're like, that's weird. It's just a bad place to be sometimes. but I've been listening to you guys for years, and I used to go over to America to go and see my cousins, and I would go to it was like elementary school with them, just where the holidays work. I would go over for the Scottish summer over into America, and they were like, Detroit. I'm like, yes, I'm in. And then we've been rubbish for years. And see, all my pals are like, this is what you've been waiting for, is yous are actually good now. I was like, we are actually good now, and I don't know how you handle it. I think I'm actually phoning up for therapy.
We've got.
That's what the show is for us as much as anyone.
I think I'm looking for counselling or some kind of intervention or something like that.
Oh man! So my favorite comment so far, Chris, is does he come with subtitles?
I come from Irish descent, so it's basically a mixture of Scottish and Irish.
I can hear it. Yeah,
it's not nice. It's not beautiful. I'm not going to sweet talk MD into a menage a trois or anything like that. It's just people are just going to look at you and go, okay.
Oh, Chris. Well, hey, Chris, I appreciate you calling, man. It's been awesome. I'm gonna get. Please do call back.
Get Goff on.
Yeah.
Get Goff on.
We'll get it. I mean,
you can't get Goff on. Get his missus on.
Yeah, it's close enough to golf that as a Scottish man you can respect it, right?
100%, man. It was like the one around here not symmetrical.
All right.
That is also my experience with Scotland. Anyway.
All right, Chris. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate you.
Love you too. Bye.
All right, ciao. All right.
Bye.
Let's get to it. Let's get the Jared Goff interview going here.
All right. Maybe just start, obviously, the other side of the ball, wherever when somebody like Hutch goes down, a leader like that, emotional. Just how tough is that situation?
Really tough. And he's a guy who's part of the heartbeat of this team, and is a leader, does everything right. He's a great teammate. He's everything you want in a player and a teammate, and to have him go down like that and to be visibly upset is tough for all of us. And he will be fine. He's going to come back eventually, whenever that may be. But knowing him, he will be fine, and he will bounce back.
Just offensively, 9 straight possessions with a score. What's gotten into you guys? 89 points last 2 weeks.
You said 9 straight?
9 straight possessions with a score
that's pretty
in
good,
this game. Yeah, just what's gotten into you guys? 89 points last 2 weeks.
Yeah, things started coming together a little bit. Those first 2 or 3 weeks, just kind of finding our rhythm, and it seems like we found it.
The revenge aspect of things was kind of downplayed throughout the week, but when you got here and you went out on that field, did you feel just maybe a little bit more satisfaction in the way you guys were able to get the win today?
Nothing to do with last year, to be honest. This is a completely new team, them and us, and wanted to have a good game, play a good game, and we certainly did on all levels, and everyone played well, and it was the best I've felt coming into a game in a long time, and I know a lot of other people had the same feeling too throughout the week.
How bad did you guys want to get Decker or Sewell a touchdown?
Yeah.
One of your tackles a touchdown?
Yeah, we were joking. We might have thrown two tackles. Yeah, they were close. Both of them were close. Obviously, the penalty on Panay's, but tried to fit that in there to Decker and couldn't make it work. But yeah, they were close.
Did you realize how early and how often you guys would run tackle eligible today?
We did on the first play, right? I don't know how much we did it after that. We typically do it inside the 5 quite a bit. I don't think we were doing it more for any purpose.
David got the extension yesterday.
Yeah.
Had the 16-yard touchdown to open today, 2 touchdowns overall. What does he mean to this team, I guess?
Yeah, he means as much as anybody. He really is a special player, a special teammate. One of my favorites of all time. I think I've told him that and he makes me laugh. So he's one of my favorite teammates, but he's a special guy. He really is, and I'm so happy for him with the extension. He's playing at a really, really high level right now, and you look around the league at all the running backs, I don't know if you're going to find one who's playing better. So it's fun to have him on our team. And Gibbs is right there too. I mean, it feels like we got 2 of the top 5 backs, 3 backs. I don't know. Like we got a good stable there.
Jared, Alex said he wanted to make a point with the stage playing the Cowboys, not because of last year, but just the opportunity this year. Make a statement for the Lions. You feel that, I assume?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, yeah, you're on the road against an NFC contender, and we're starting this little stretch here where this was our first road game of a few more to come, and yeah, we wanted to come out and play well. They're a great team, and we were able to get on top of them today and do our thing.
Jared, talk about NFC contenders. Every team in the NFC North has at least 2 games above 500. What's that say about this division? Yeah,
Division's good. The division's really good. It's tough. It's obviously really good division. It's probably the best division in football right now, and and I think it says that there haven't been many division games played actually, so that's a little misnomer there. But yeah, it's a good division. It's a tough division.
The trick plays is part of the benefit of those, a little bit demoralizing to the defense and all. Like, can you feel the air coming out?
That's not why we do them now at all. No, it's just whatever their defense presented this week presented the opportunity to run some of those plays, and they were in. That doesn't mean they're all going to get called. I think Ben had a pretty good rhythm going today and knew that we were moving the ball pretty good. So when that's happening, typically they do get called a little bit more, but we typically have a lot in every week. They just don't always get called. All right, thanks.
All right, there we go. Jared Goff. Jared Goff talking to us there. I don't know. That's the best I got.
That was terrible, but mine would not be much better, so that's why I wasn't going to do it.
We got a call to get him a better jersey than a Stafford jersey, so maybe that'll work. Let me see here. Hey, caller, what's your name? How much have you had to drink, and can you play defensive edge?
Gentlemen, it's Reed.
Reed!
You're usually in Lakeland. Hey, what's up? Usually in Lakeland. However, we got absolute booty rocked by that storm.
Uh-oh. Did we lose you? Oh, you're coming back. We're cutting out there, Reed. I think you're still getting booty rocked, man.
My wife was messing around with my AirPods, and it was doing damage to the call here.
Got it.
Yeah, we got rocked in Lakeland. Not as bad as you did, but the power was out, and so we're hanging out at my parents' condo in Orlando. And I would give up my whatever shin bone I need for Crush. However, it's probably not the right length, but I would peg leg for him.
Look, I've got a third leg. I'm willing to give it up. Like, go Hutch, go Hutch.
Oh, I bet it's a lot firmer than my shin bone, Chris. You got that. You got that energy about you.
Maybe if they'd have scored 50.
Yeah. Although we should have scored 50. I told Kelly at the beginning of the game I wanted to hang 50 on these bums. Kelly's apparently like a fortune teller because she cried during the game last year when the refs jobbed us, and then she said she felt like she was going to cry again in this game, and unfortunately it's because of what happened with Hutch. Our cat's name is Crush, and he usually wears a Hutch jersey.
Yeah.
We're beat up about this. Hutch is such a good guy. I mean, he hates that, and I do too, that good things can happen to great people, and we should all donate to Hutch's heroes for sure.
100%. Ash, do you have something to say that maybe make this thing a little less?
They scored 9 points on us today. Like, even that's the one kind of silver lining you can take on this. Like, the defense isn't complete and total garbage without Aiden Hutchinson, like it would have been in either of the last 2 years. Like that there are a bunch of other good players on that defense. Maybe not as good. He was the best player, but like things happen.
Can I say one thing that is? It's words that may make you feel better, but it's almost meaningless in reality. They actually scored
prayers.
Just as close. They scored twice as many points when Hutch was in as when he was out.
It's true.
It's
He
technically
just hates it for Hut. It's
I hate
the
it for
pain
him.
Hut.
Yeah, he's such
We
a
hate
good
it for
guy.
him.
He's such
We
a good guy.
I'm pretty up on this defense. I think Uku and Nowaski have a lot of talent, and I think that if anyone's going to break out, it's going to be them under Terrell Davis. Aleem looking like the wrecking ball that we knew he could. Jack Campbell, Alex Anzalone, tremendous linebackers, and those safeties, guys. Those safeties, they're good.
Yeah,
they're really, really good.
Yeah.
And don't forget our offense, by the way.
Yeah, this and Trevor Nowaski is a guy that's going to be really interesting, I think, because this is really an opportunity for him. And, Riz has been all over him. Riz has really been on him. And I know some other folks are really high on him as well inside the building. He's had this chance, and now he's going to have to take that step. He's going to have to make the leap. And he did not. He even had the Wario arms while on the field today. He's like no one's Hutch, right? And I'm with you. As for the man, Aiden Hutchinson, I feel absolutely terrible. You know what I mean? He's got a tough road ahead, but if anybody can do it, it's going to be him. He's got the heart of a lion, absolutely. But here's Nowaski's chance to really put himself in there and show what he can do and what they've seen in him to keep him active even, right, and running. So we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah, I know Dan Campbell was really high on him during press conferences, and he doesn't tell lies up there. What he says, he sees, and we inevitably see on the field. So I'm really high on our chances still. I'm hoping that D-line really rallies around Hutch's injury, and they're going to play their heart out for him, and I think we're going to see a tremendous run, and we'll only get better next year, right?
Yes, sir.
That's the dream.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, I'll let you guys get to it. I hope maybe we'll get another Kristen on tonight. I will be rooting for the guys out there. And in other happy news, the wife did rally last week when you guys said she owed me, so she rallied.
All right.
Congratulations, Reed.
Thank you.
That really is the silver lining.
All right, brother.
We're complete out here, everybody. Everybody's complete.
Awesome, brother. Be well. Good to talk to you again.
Oh, we will. You too.
All
Good
right.
luck on the insurance stuff. Good luck on the home recovery, and love you guys.
Hey, I got a hell of a tan out of it. What else do you want, right?
Hey, love it.
Yeah.
We'll see.
You're the
bro.
man.
All right, ciao. Pat D with the super chat. Thank you, sir. Losing Aiden sucks. Give me some hope. I love the throw to JMO right after the drop. Talk about the growth between the two. PSA, Brad isn't trading for Crosby. Y'all kick ass. We humiliated the Cowboys. Let's go. There's a lot in there. Yes. And that's something I wanted to talk about and we didn't. Thank you for making the point. The throw to JMO right after the drop was absolute confidence builder and shows the confidence in him from both Goff and Ben Johnson and the coaching staff. And JMO made it happen, and it was like, yep, walked off the drop like it never happened, and we just kept trucking. That was beautiful. That was really well done by all parties involved. All right, let's get us a caller here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, caller, what's your name? And can you play defensive edge?
My name's Paul, and I'm calling from Green Bay, and I've got Frosty with me.
Frosty?
Yeah. you know
Nice.
him. We love him.
What's Frosty been up to?
The heart and
Is he still
soul of the
standing?
Slack chat.
We're actually watched a game together here in Green Bay, and I'm gonna leave the breakdown of the game to Frosty, but I love getting a big revenge game back from the Cow Toys, so I'll pass it off to Frosty.
All right, brother, cool.
Hey, gang.
Hey, Frosty.
What's up, buddy?
How you doing?
Oh, not too bad. Me and Paul just hanging out, watching the Lions. Absolutely just.
Frosty, I get a sense you might have been
dunk
drinking.
on the Cowboys.
I have a sense you might have been drinking. Oh, power to you, brother. What have we had so far? Just really quick. Let's set this up for us.
Goodness. We let's see. Between the two of us, we've had a few beers, a few Wisconsin old fashions, a few shots that he tricked me into, and
I've been fooled again.
Bamboozled even.
Sorry, what?
Curses. Fooled again.
Oh yeah. I just wanted to mention, for me personally, that I was really impressed the way the Lions D-line stepped up without Hutchinson. I always knew that the plan, generally speaking, was, get the D-line involved so that way our brand new and existing secondary actually did something. And they did that. It was amazing. Also, I don't know, what do you got, Paul? It was just nice to see us, win a game without the refs being able to screw us out of it.
Yeah, I was nervous early with a PI and then a non-PI, and then the refs kind of went away after that, and I was like, okay, this is good. I enjoy this brand of football a lot more than the refs are all over the place kind of brand. And again, that secondary, I mean, man. Carlton Davis, you got Terrion out there, you got yourself some Brian Branch, you got yourself some Curb. I mean, those boys, that's a hell of a group. That is a hell of a secondary. And even the linebackers were playing strong. Jack Campbell made his presence felt out there. He put some big hits on, which is nice. I think that's just really going to help, anything that happens with Hutch being gone, that's just going to help us. It's going to help us. It's going to help us in that tough spot. It stinks that it's the case, but it's not. This is not a season ender for this team. One player. If one player ends your season like that, then you probably deserve to have your season ended.
Yeah, but this is also Paul back. Just for one last comment, I'm glad everyone of Florida is okay, and I do love the run game that we've got. It's so amazing to see that, we don't have to depend on the pass necessarily. It's just slam it down them. We just run the clock out, waste the other team's time. We got this.
Yes. Love it. Well, Paul, Frosty, thank you, gentlemen. Have a cold one on me, and we'll see you in the Slack.
Just one more from me. First of all, gang, Chris, glad that Milton didn't take you away. And Ash, how about them Rough Riders?
Did they win, lose, or tie recently? Man, I didn't even watch the CFL when I lived there, brother.
All right, that's all from us. Frosty is cracking up. All right, have a good night, guys.
See you guys. Ciao.
All right, bye.
Oh man, I love it. We got the best listeners, the best folks, man.
We really do.
Hey, caller, what's your name and what kind of contract you looking for to play Edge?
It's Mo from the motherfucking creek, and Dan Kelmy called me just now. He said, Mo, get your ass on the field right now.
Because this year, with the new rules, you can pass the drug test.
Forgive me if my voice is gone, man, but we did a man's trip down in Dallas, so I was actually at the game.
Nice.
And so everywhere we go, we deep, and those freaking Cowboy fans was running out the stadium like roaches when the lights come on. So it was beautiful.
That was. Everyone missed you last week, Mo.
Man, for real, I totally forgot to call in. Forgive me, Lion Nation. Forgive me, everybody. This is a bittersweet win, man. I was standing I was in the VIP section. I was standing right when they would come out into the locker room, and you just saw on everybody's face, man. It was like, damn, what are we gonna do?
Yeah. Yeah.
It was, even though they wanted to celebrate the win, but Hutch, get well soon, buddy.
Yeah. That's
What can you say?
Yeah, that's it.
What can
Like
you
it's
say?
just one of those things where you're like, man, this where the meme right now where the dog is just sitting in the cafe and everything's on fire and he's like, this is fine.
Yeah.
You know? Like just for that
Yeah.
specific thing, like the pass rush did just kind of evaporate a little bit. We'll see how this goes, but I have a lot more faith in this
Right.
secondary than I would have had at any point in the last probably decade.
Right. But like I
Since
heard
about
another caller
2014,
say,
you know?
yeah, I heard another caller say we just rally around Hutch, man, and defense. I hope this is motivation to say, hey, we're gonna hold them down and we're gonna keep the train going, baby. You know,
Yeah.
just keep it going.
Yeah, that's all we got. Just for everyone, I am working on getting Dr. Liao on. We'll see if we can get him on the show here. I know he'll put together a quick pod and hit on that, but
yeah,
we'll get it.
They didn't show the replay on the jumbotron, so we had to look on our phones on TV to see the replay, but they didn't show us in the stadium what happened. So
They didn't show it on TV
we didn't know
either.
Oh, they didn't?
No.
They didn't? Oh.
No.
Yeah. So when we saw the cart come out, it was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
got to talk to you really quick, Mo, about the good work you did. I hear it in your voice. But you guys, we could hear you on TV, and to get that "Let's Go Lions" chat loud enough to hear across TV in Arlington, you boys were working. You men and women were putting it in. And that was some really, really good work from Lions fans to do a takeover of that magnitude in Dallas, because Dallas has a strong home presence and they travel really well. That's a big one to take. That's a big one to put a flag on, bud.
Yep.
Right. Yeah, we were in there. We were in there loud as hell, man, and on everybody's mind, it was like we're getting payback for freaking last year. Y'all took the game away from us, so we coming with that ass whooping this year. So we was ready. We was ready.
Got
it. Yeah. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah, man, it was a excellent game, and we just gonna steam right ahead. You know, I just hate it for my boy Hutch, man. He was on his way. This was we were talking MVP status type year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And just I hate it.
Yeah, I hate it for him as much as I hate it for the team. But I mean, he's the guy that just brings. I watched him with a young disabled kid at a training camp, and just saw how much time one-on-one he spent with this kid, and just how and there was just swarms of people yelling at him, trying to get his attention. And he just blocked it all out and gave that kid 100% of himself for, it was like 25 minutes, man, which is a lot of time for a guy after practice to do something like that. He's just a genuinely good person, it seems, and you hate to see it.
And he got the good commercial. I forget what the commercial is, where he's doing the ballet and stuff.
Yeah.
So, you know,
yeah, hard not to like that guy.
The bootleg.
Yeah. I'm like, look at Hutch getting out here.
If they could have got him in a tutu, that would have sealed it.
Yeah, man. Walking around the stadium, man, you felt like you were in Ford Field, because it was just so many Lions fans. And yeah, man, when by the third quarter, them Cowboys fans was hitting the parking lot.
I love it, dude. That is so great.
It was a Dallas takeover, baby.
Yeah. Did you get any video? Did you get any video after the game, like cheering down by the sideline or anything like that?
Oh, you already know.
Right.
I'm uploading it to the Detroit Lions fan group later on once I get some battery to my phone again.
Awesome.
I was recording the whole game, you know. So
that's nice.
Yeah, I got some pretty good footage. Good footage.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Well, you send anything you got. If you send it over our way, we'll love it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah,
I'll definitely do that.
We'll give you some more airtime. We'll give you some more love for the creek.
Yes, sir.
A little bit of Mo. So
Yes, sir.
When you flying?
Yeah.
When you flying back?
Flying out Monday morning. Me and the fellas are came back to a little tailgate, celebrate, drink some more, smoke some more, and do it up big, baby.
There you go. All right, my man. Well, go own that city, buddy. You guys earned it.
Yeah, right. All right, Ash. All right, Chris. All right, Lions Nation. Love y'all, man. Forgive me for my hoarse voice, but it's well worth it, baby.
Love you too, Mo. Have a good one, brother.
All right, man. You too, man.
All
Peace.
Right. All right, let's go. Let's grab another one here. Like, just keep flying. Hey, caller, what's your name? And can you play defensive edge?
It's John down in South Carolina. Sorry, I haven't called in quite a while. And no, I'm not taking over for Hutch, man. There's no way I would break like that on the first play.
John, I like your honesty.
Yeah.
You're going to be a good call, man.
It's been a while, man. I haven't given Ash a hard time in a while. Andy's not there, man. I used to give Andy such a hard time.
Yeah.
But I was lamenting in Slack. I haven't called in a while, and I said I was too sad to call today, and then I went, you know what? You've billed this as therapy for so long. I called in to get my therapy, Chris.
Yep. Yeah. I'm going to need a little too, bro. This look, 47 points on.
How do you ask for therapy after that beatdown, right?
Yeah.
Yep. That's the thing.
And again,
that's the thing.
I'm going to lead on this one thing, this one stat that's technically true. And it was the beginning of the third. So it was half the game. We'll say that. We played the last half of the game without Hutch. We played the first half with them, and they scored half as many points when we played without Hutch as they did when we had Hutch. So there's our go forward. That's what we can take as our big victory from this, and our hope to carry the candle until we get our man back.
We put in Hendon Hooker and we broke them. They gave up after that. They saw Hooker come out and they went, fuck it. It's over.
It's because they always think they're such pimps, and to get for the pimp to get beat by a hooker, that's just the shoe is now on the other foot. It's over.
So here's why I'm bummed, right? I don't know if you remember this. Like, the only team I hate more than the Cowboys is the Packers. And you used to live in California with me. We never got to meet up, but the Cowboys would always have their freaking training camp down in Oxnard. You remember?
Yeah,
it was just full of Cowboys jerks everywhere out there, right? Because it was like, California doesn't have any football teams down south. It's all like Cowboys 2.0 out there. It was annoying. Everyone knew it was an annoying Cowboys fan, and they kicked the crap out of us for the last 10 years, and I just kind of hate them so much. And so it's really brutal to like finally waffle stomp them, and yet we can't enjoy the victory. And I'm going to the Lions game in Detroit for the first time in my life. I'm taking my dad, who hasn't been back to his hometown in like 50 years. Me and my sister, we're going to take him out to the game. And, he's a huge Michigan guy. Hutch is like his favorite player. And I'm just really sad that my 75-year-old dad ain't going to get to see him play now. That's what breaks my heart, is because that was the whole thing. That's like the high point of the year, right? We're going to go out there and looking forward to him getting to go see his old town again and see a Lions game at Ford Field and all this and see his favorite player, and fucking just such a heartbreaker, man. So
that definitely hurts. I'd write to him at the Allen Park facility. He may, because I bet he's around, and I bet your old man could probably get just a minute to say hi. Something like that. They do stuff like that.
Yeah, if he's healthy and like back on the sidelines or something, that'd be huge. So come give him a dap up or something. You're right. But anyway, I appreciate the venting. I have not taken your therapy much, because usually I'm the voice of argumentativeness, and I want to yell at Andy for Ash's bald head for his dumb shit. But you guys have been killing it lately, so I can't do that.
I'm fat too.
So you and me both, brother.
This is like the least argumentative you've been. It's like
it is. I'm not drunk enough is the problem. I stopped drinking.
Super agreeable. Like, what happened?
Injury. Yeah. So anyway, thanks for the call, guys. It's awesome what you do. You got to do a post-game show every week. Clearly, that's the secret sauce. So I don't care how tough the job gets, man. if you need me to like take a shift over for you, call me. And I know all about the AIs and the corporations and the logistics, the synergies. I can do the synergies for you, Chris. All right, you get me in on those German boardroom meetings. I'll cover for you. I'll just do an AI filter. I'll be all awesome. It'll be good. All right.
Jawohl.
All right. Take care, guys.
All right, man. We'll talk to you. Thanks for calling. I bet he could have a couple shots and call back and be just argumentative enough. Hey, caller, what's your name? We're still looking for an edge. You open for next Sunday?
It's John from Texas again.
John from Texas, how you doing?
I'm good, great. Well, could be better, but
how's your swim move?
Hurt my shoulder in high school ball. It's just not the same.
Oh, yeah. Okay. We'll keep looking. Keep looking. I mean, if the Bears can do a kicking competition with the public, we can look for an edge somewhere.
I'm sure AG can take some guy from Kroger and get him elite.
You know what? He can bag a couple sacks. There you go. What do you got for us, John?
Well, I was going to say, it's not just Kirby Joseph now. Brian Branch also sucking balls like my baby mama.
Just a wonderful lady she is.
And it's wonderful to see right there on national television. I don't have to worry about the cow bitch fans for the rest of the week.
Oh God! Now I seek them out. This is the time when I want to find them and just right in their face. Like, oh, this is it. Finally, a chance to just rub their fucking face in it.
My Facebook has been dead quiet. I don't know what happened.
Yeah. Oh God, I forgot. I got a couple of knuckleheads on there. Hey, just pin this up, Ash. Frank the Tank is an athlete. Let's see if we can get him off the griddle and onto the line.
I think you stole what I was going to say earlier.
I stole it.
Demo, extend him again. Extend him again.
Extend him before every game, right? Yep. I mean, my guy plays. No one plays like that after they get the contract. That's fantastic. Extend him every.
Make it always a contract game for him.
1 game contracts for Demo forever. No, I love that they locked him up like that. That was and the way that Campbell kind of talked about that, saying we just couldn't see this team without him. I mean, that's like lover kind of stuff. I just can't see my future without you in it. You know what I mean? That's pretty fantastic. I love that. I love that.
That man is going to retire and then turn right around in the coach's office.
Yeah. You know what? I can see that.
He's just got that big brother role, and he just wears it so well. He's become the heart of this team. I don't think he'd want to leave.
Interesting. Yeah. We got one here from Peaceful Tim. How many TVs were broken in Dallas and surrounding areas? I think this may be a game where both sides have a high number of broken TVs, because even in the victory with the Hutch injury, I have a feeling the Michigan area suffered some Samsung sales are going to increase over the next couple of days after that, because there's frustration.
Yeah.
We cry I'm crying in my beer right now.
Yeah. But 47 points says we can do this, right? We've had a lot worse defenses.
Yep.
That we like. I'm gonna go here.
We won a playoff game with the worst defense. Bluntly.
I was gonna go to the Patricia era and say that if we look there, how many games we would have been Super Bowl winners if we scored 47 points in every game.
Yep.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how many teams in the NFL right now do you believe could score 48 on us?
Right now, even without Hutch, I don't think that there are many.
Yeah.
I really
Tough
don't.
ask.
Yeah. And I know you can't. I mean, 47 isn't. We're not going to score that every week, but to have that kind of potential, I just it's fantastic. I'm worried a little bit about. So look, I don't want to diminish how impactful and important Hutch is, right? But as a team, I think we can recover. I'm a little bit worried though about depth at the position now, and some of these guys gassing out, because we saw it in the Seahawks game. Was the Seahawks game where they were playing defense so much that they were just gassed, right? And the offense was scoring so fast that they just couldn't get off the field. That one less player in a rotation and how many snaps that Hutch soaks up, we need somebody in there that can get in there and take snaps and play and do that. So even if it's a step down, which it will be, there's not many, if anyone, right now for what's it called, for Hutch, but we just got to get something.
And I think Ben Johnson needs to do a little better, honestly, tempo control. We keep scoring too fast. Our defense can't rest.
Yeah.
Good problem to have. That's one of life's great problems.
First world problems.
Yeah. There they are.
Absolutely.
I'm going to let y'all have a great night. I'm going to go finish this beer, and I'm going to maybe wake up in time for work tomorrow.
Yeah, you and me both, brother. Okay. All right, we'll talk to you. Thank you for calling. All right. Let's get to the next one. Doing our thing here. Hey, caller, what's your name? How much have you had to drink so far?
Hey, boys, I got ya.
Are you there?
Yeah. Oh, just give me a second here, guys. Shit.
There we go. Oh. All right. Okay. Let's see what we can do here. All right. Hey, caller, what's your name? Can you play Edge for us?
Yeah, hey, Cam from St. Louis, Missouri, and just had grew up in Alma, Michigan. Want to give a shout out to little old Alma.
Oh, right, Alma.
Yeah. So love Dr. Leao. I think you guys are doing great. I'm actually a physician too. I've talked to Ash a little bit on Twitter. I'm the St. Louis fan club guy who's been messaging him. But I wanted to talk about Aiden Hutch. I don't know if you guys have touched on this. Aiden Hutchinson's compound fracture. They said it was a compound fracture, which means the bone broke through the skin. That's pretty darn serious.
So interestingly,
well, they said he was having surgery immediately, right? Like he's staying there, and
right,
a little more later,
which is a huge infection risk too.
Yeah, and this is where I want to be clear, because it could be that they said it was a compound fracture, not knowing that means it broke the skin, right? Because
so maybe they didn't have the knowledge,
right? I mean, they're wearing all whites, and I feel like you would have seen some blood on the pants or something if it had broke the skin, right?
Yeah, you're right.
And I'm not trying to be gross or anything, so I think they were using incorrect terminology, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong, right? So I don't want to.
No, I hope you're right. I seriously hope you're right. You're right. I actually, when I saw the injury, I kind of was 10 minutes behind, so I just fast forwarded past it because I didn't want to see Aiden on the ground. It just was hurting me too much. So I can't see this.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a big fan. Love your guys' show. You guys do awesome. Listen to it every game, after every game.
Appreciate you, man. This was a fun one. This was a fun one. Other than, of course, the one piece, right? The one ugly.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. No. Man, it was so great to see our offense doing that. Oh my God! Just to see every piece. How many linemen touched the ball tonight?
Just effortless.
Is there a record there?
Oh man, that's that vengeance that Ben Johnson had, and he held the grudge.
Spit in the face.
Yeah, he held the grudge, maybe better than a whole bunch of fans. Because, we're playing Dallas. Okay. He called play after play trying to stuff that right back in the face. I got to give my man some credit. I got to give him some credit for that.
And Goff still throws to Decker under coverage, which, I mean, that's awesome.
Yep.
And Decker almost came down with it.
Yeah. It's tough to put the hands on put the hands together like that on a lineman, but he almost pulled it off.
He did. He was so close. That would have been such a sweet catch.
Yeah.
Anyway, Snoop got robbed, but it's fine.
Yeah,
it's fine.
It happens.
Yeah.
It
great
happens.
Game,
okay.
Well, I appreciate you guys taking my call, and have a great night.
Thanks for calling.
Yeah, I'll talk to you.
You too, brother.
All right, we'll see. Thank you. All right, we'll see. All right, let's see. We get another one in here. Hey, caller, what's your name? And are you ready to play Edge for the Detroit Lions?
Unfortunately, I am not ready to play Edge for the Lions.
I'm having a feeling, Ash, we're not going to be able to get anyone picked up here.
I thought we were going to solve this tonight.
Yeah, I played tackle against my nephew and his buddies in the backyard, and I did not do well rushing the passer in that situation either.
Interesting. Well, a little bit of practice. I mean, we got some coaches that can put it in you if you feel like you can. But what do you got for us, man?
Coaches that can do what now?
Yeah. My name's Q. Only I'm in Chicago. I'm not Q from Atlanta or who's the boxer or whatever. I would relinquish that to him. But I'm Q from Chicago. I'm from Ann Arbor area, but I live in Chicago now. I'm in the Slack, but I don't really say much. I just wanted to support the show.
Appreciate it.
So, yeah. So I got a few things. First of all, we had a guy on from Scotland earlier. I am in a pipe band. I'm a snare drummer. I wore my Graham Glasgow jersey in Glasgow on a rooftop playing snare drum a few years back. So yeah, like representing Lions in Scotland. I'd love to hear from him. I think it's just insane that we finally ball drag the Cowboys at home on the America's Game of the Week. I don't know if we've ever been America's Game of the Week. I think we've played the later slot, but they never called us America's Game of the Week. This is just another monkey to get off our backs.
Right.
You know, the thing with Hutch that no one's really talking about is he did break his leg in college. I don't know any details about that, but he did break his leg in 2020. Playing defensive end, doing defensive end stuff. What I'm curious to know is how similar is this injury to what happened to James Houston. If we get Dr. Liao on, I'd love to hear what he has to say about that. But Hutch, losing him is the craziest thing to happen on this game that we finally get back at Dallas and in Dallas. So I don't know, just been a long watching Lions fan for years and long listening to this show for years, and I don't know, experiencing these things in concert is just it's insane. It's like we can't have nice things almost.
I'll just really quick. I'm gonna share. This is just a comment. I have no validation about this, whether it's true or not. But from the chat, I wish I could share links. According to a doctor, ITPF, it is a closed something or other. He will be fine in 3+ months. Now, okay. That would be ideal, right? But
just in time for the Super Bowl.
Again, don't have a whole lot. It's just from the chat here. I don't know who this person is, but I hope this person is super credible because I like what he's saying. Hattori Hanzo, our favorite samurai sword salesman, wanted to play bagpipes as a kid, and he thought about buying a set during lockdown. yeah, that would be.
We all thought about doing a lot of things during lockdown. That some of which we tried, and maybe some of which is probably better off that we did not.
Yeah.
You guys kept it real on the podcast with the show during lockdown, though.
Yeah, we tried. We did what we could.
You guys do your part for the team. I do my part for the team. My drink is Verner's and Captain. I used to do it with Jack, but it makes so much more sense with Captain. And you know what? Ever since I've been doing that, every game we do it, it's been a victory.
Yep. So here we go. Couple things. Colton Pouncey, he's on the Twitter right now. Reporter asked Campbell if it was compound, and if he was having surgery, he said yes during his press conference. Lions official told us after the presser it was not a compound fracture, broken tibia. Now, that's from Colton, or Dan via Colton, which is a trustworthy source. David Chow, Pro Football Doc, as everyone knows him. Lions focusing on the tibia is correct, but tibia and fibula both broken. Common to perform surgery, a rod, the bigger tibia bone only, and allow smaller fibula bone to heal on its own. This is not an Alex Smith type of situation. Open fracture, full recovery for next probably season coming after that. So there you go. Full recovery. We'll get him back. It's just this season off. We had him for a couple games, and that's what we got out of our Hutch this year.
Well, that's what we got. At least it was good.
Yeah. Yep. That's what we got, and then we'll go where we go from here. Again, I don't think.
Thanks for taking my call.
Yeah.
But thanks for taking my call, you guys. I love your show.
Thanks for calling.
Just want to let somebody else get on here. Thanks for letting me say my piece.
All right, appreciate you, brother. Thank you very much.
All right, take care.
All right, ciao. Someone else on here. Let's see here. Hey, caller, what's your name? And you think you can play Edge in the NFL?
You talking to me? You talking to me? Frank the fucking case,
You absolutely
baby.
Frank, how you doing?
What's up, fellas?
We've got a new something
doing,
for
buddy?
you, buddy.
You guys all right over there? You guys look a little down.
Well, I want my punch back.
This is as bummed out as I've ever been when we absolutely just shit stomped somebody.
Oh yeah?
But
They kicked
on to
their
important
ass,
things.
didn't they?
They did.
They absolutely did, man.
They fucking rocked their ass. I know, man. I was sitting there, I was all high and shit, watching them play great, and then fucking Hutchinson got hurt, man. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's a painful one.
Yep, that's how it
Don't get
goes
bummed
sometimes.
out because we're still going on a winning streak here, fellas.
Say that again.
Going streaking.
We're still going on a winning streak.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, baby. This is just the beginning.
Okay, you've got me. Keep going. I'm almost there.
This is just the beginning, man. Come on, man. We're going to kick some ass. We're going to go to Minnesota next week and kick some ass.
Yeah, I think you're right. I'm more worried next week about how our offense is going to do against their defense than how our defense is going to do against their offense.
Oh, you can stop this offense, man. You want me to name off all the boys, man? We got J-Mo, we got Gibbs, we got Montgomery, we got Laporta, we got Williams, we got Frank the Tank, we got Sewell, we got Decker, and we got the man of them all, Jared Goff, baby.
I like the way you think, Frank. That's what we need.
Come on. You know these defenses, these teams are going to be like, oh, man, Hutchinson's hurt now. We're gonna take him, dude. You see this secondary? You see these safeties, man?
Yeah.
You throw the ball, these safeties got hands, man. They can play wide receiver if they want. Look at Branch. Look at Joseph. Look at the rookie. Look at Davison.
Oh, man. I am there now.
Look at McNeil. Look at Anzalone. Look at Campbell. Dude, look at, I always forget the Kansas City, Parsons, whatever that dude. Look at, man, we're stacked. This team is stacked.
Are you talking about Tim Patrick?
What do you guys think?
I think we're.
Jackson asked me if I could play defensive end.
Oh, I know you could. You're
Hell
the tank.
yeah, I can fan, baby. Oh yeah.
So
tore up a lot of defensive ends in my tight end days. Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah, I'm sitting there chowing with my brother and my son. We're having a good time.
Have you been working on your swim move? Can you get that one taken care of?
Oh yeah, dude. I tell you what, not as good as that number 97, but let me tell you, man, this is time for. You see that man Dan Campbell's on that podium?
Yeah.
He believes, brother. He believes, dude. That guy. This team's pissed off. I told my brother's sitting right here. Dude, this team is pissed off. They're pissed off at the fans. They're pissed off at the NFL. They're pissed off at everybody. They ain't gonna ruin it for us. You see the referees. They tried to keep that game close in the beginning.
They wouldn't have anything of that, would they?
Nope. They said they just pushed it to the side, man. This is our time.
Frank, there's some speculation that you may have punched a shark in your lifetime.
Oh, yeah, if it would have came at me, and right between the eyes, brother.
I believe it, Frank. I believe it. As a matter of fact, I feel like you're going out and getting some scuba gear to find one just so you can get film of you doing it to say, see, I told you.
No. I'm going to sit down. No. I'm not getting on YouTube nowhere.
Oh, that's awesome.
Come on, man. You got to tell them, dude. I'm telling you, this team is stacked. Tell all the fans. They've already been talking about trading, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
They wanted to trade for somebody. We had 14 sacks in 4 games?
Yeah.
How many sacks does we want to get? 20?
All of them.
Yeah. I mean, the other team's professionals too, bro.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna let them come in here and beat us up. You know, they got pride too, thing. Man.
Yeah, but I think what I saw today, I watched the Detroit Lions take away the Dallas Cowboys' pride. By the end of that game, they had nothing left, man. They were just.
Oh yeah. They took their soul and the fan soul. You see that shit?
Yeah, it was great. I mean, well, the fans took their soul in the third quarter when they left.
Yeah, exactly. I heard them chanting, man. It's awesome.
Yeah, that was great.
Awesome.
Lions fans out there were fantastic. It was absolutely fantastic.
Man, I tell you what, man, those guys are having a ball, ain't they?
Yeah.
Being out there, man. They got that beautiful blue on, that beautiful, you know what I mean? Hallelujah blue. Man, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Awesome. Fantastical.
Yep.
So, all right, my friend. Well, Frank, I appreciate you, man. I think that's what we needed.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you guys, I'm telling you, man, don't get down on this team, man. This is just gonna bring more people up, man. I mean, they're gonna struggle. They're gonna have to figure it out. But I'll tell you what, AG hasn't even shown nobody nothing yet, man. They're not gonna show nobody until week 10, man. I'm telling you, dude, it's gonna be a whole different game, man. Whole different game by week 10, 12, 13, 14. It's gonna be a whole different game.
All right. Okay, I'm going with that.
I think everybody listening right now.
Keep up the good work, man. You guys are awesome, man.
All right. Thank you, Frank. Appreciate you, brother.
All right.
Go Lions. Go Lions. All right. Frank the Tank, man. Calling in, catching us by surprise. What an awesome ride. All right, let's get in here. Hey, caller, what's your name? And can you play Edge?
Been working on my swim moves lately.
There you go.
I got the breaststroke down pretty thoroughly. But other than that, the AG's D, he's got to do some work there. So, but yeah, no, I'm Landon Morse from Jackson, Michigan.
Nice to have you on board.
Calling in. Yeah, no, it's good. First time I'm here, but yeah, I mean, we got to talk about Hutch though. He broken leg, still pulled Dak down.
Yep.
It was awesome.
That is so true.
Still pulled him down.
Great, because it happened, and then he completed the sack, and then he started caring about himself.
He's like, I'll just take my gloves off nonchalantly. It kind of hurt, but we'll get things taken care of here. So, no, and I don't know if you guys have noticed, but every team we've played so far lately has lost their game afterwards. We'll see what happens with the Cowboys since they get a little break here, but they're going right into playing the 49ers here.
Yeah,
so
we're gonna get to watch two teams lose after playing with us in the same week, or playing us.
Yeah,
playing with us.
Yeah,
that's a slip of the tongue. So yeah, no, this is great. I hate Dallas, and just the ass whooping that we put on them is a special kind of therapy. It's just
It's fantastic.
The Hutch thing is such a cloud, and I recognize this defense and this team is strong enough to one player, one person doesn't make a team. We have what it takes to overcome this. It's going to be a little bit harder, and they're built for that. That's what they're built for. Is play a little harder.
Yeah, it was a bittersweet game. A lot more sweet than it was bitter, but I mean, we've got so many weapons on both sides of the ball right now. It's incredible. It's awesome.
Yeah. So Michelle had the Hims and Hers player of the game, and I forget. Michelle, can you put that back in the chat? Because I want to make sure we hand out those awards and get those taken care of. But no, I appreciate the call, man. Anything else that you're looking at? What are you thinking for the Vikings? What are you looking forward to seeing in that game?
I think we, just get some more pressures in there and keep the defense rolling, and the offense will keep doing their thing. I mean, it's pretty straightforward, but, Aline McNeil had 2 sacks tonight?
Yeah.
So
yeah,
keep him doing that now, and we'll be okay without Hutch. So
yeah, that's that's that. All right, brother. Thank you for the call, man.
I
appreciate you.
Yeah, you guys have a good one.
All right. Thanks, man.
Yeah, thanks for calling, brother.
Bye.
Ciao. All right. There we go. All right. Well, Ash, with that, we've got the Hims player of the game.
You posted it.
Game, yep. Brian Branch is the Hims player of the game, Rock Hard player of the game, and Hers player of the game is Aiden Hutchinson. So there you go. That's the awards for this week. And with that, I think we're going to call it a show. Ash, we've done our duty, and we've sealed another victory by having a post-game show, even in the eye of a hurricane. Do it all. All right. With that, remember, don't forget us. Go ahead. But actually, I was running ahead.
Those are my hurricane shutters back there. that's what's covering my window.
The same ones right there.
Yep.
Let me give you.
We'll say one thing. Give everybody a silver lining before we finish this off here.
Love it.
There are only 4 teams in the NFC that have scored more points than the Detroit Lions right now. Every single one of them has played one more game than we have. On a per game basis, the Detroit Lions have the most potent offense in the league after not really doing that well for the first couple of weeks. So, what do you got to say? The season is not over. Like Aiden Hutchinson, great player. They're gonna miss him, obviously. Like they're not gonna go out and trade for somebody who's like a 1-for-1. It just isn't happening. But like the season's not done.
No,
it's
not.
4 years ago, when a single injury to any of our 3 good players was the death spiral.
That's a great point.
It's like this is a really good team. Like there is like they're the second. They have the second best record in the NFC right now, and that's not all Aiden Hutchinson. And yes, he did personally beat the living hell out of some players, but like it's not done.
No, it is not over. There's a lot more to come, and it's just a little harder.
At least 4 picks on Sam Darnold next week.
Yeah.
Oof. God, that streaming guy one more time here.
Yeah, just can't get it. Can't get enough of it. Yeah, no, that's it. It's just a little harder to do what we were going to do anyway. And this is a team, they're built like that. And that's how they really are built for that. I mean, Coach said it in his opening press conference. Everyone kind of talks about the kneecaps and stuff, but it is they knock you down, you get back up, and that's just what they're going to do. Is they're just going to get back up, and they're going to rock and roll their way through this. This is a year that's kind of almost feels predestined, right? This isn't a one-off year, and this is also a thing for Lions fans. Exactly what you said. Who've been conditioned that when that one of the 3 good players we have gets hurt, it's all over.
Yeah,
that's not the case. That's not how this team is built. That's not how they operate. This is something that can be overcome and will be overcome. It's just not as easy without Hutch as it is with him. There we go. All right. Let's get to it. Don't forget about us on Patreon, patreon.com/Detroit Lions podcast, patreon.com/Detroit Lions podcast. $5 a month gets you access to the Slack chat. Hundreds of people love that Slack chat. Join us. $5 a month or more to the Patreon as far as your donation gets you in there, and you can listen to the most intelligent Lions conversation on the internet. Make sure to follow us on Twitter at DET Lions Podcast, DET Lions Podcast. Do not follow Mr. Tweetson. Do not follow him. He doesn't need that. Also, DET Lions Podcast. That's how you find out when, where, if, how, and why we're doing shows, and you get all the latest news on what's going on. So there you go. Give us a call on Skype, Detroit Lions Podcast, all one word, Detroit Lions Podcast, or call us on the Lions line, 248-782-8384, 248 rub you bug. Be sure to go to DetroitLionsPodcast.com, subscribe to the podcast, because when you do that, what happens, Ash?
We show up
in
your ear holes
automatically. There you go. Thank you for tuning in. We're going to see you next time on the Detroit Lions podcast. Remember, every time we have a post-game show, it's because we won, or we win because we have a post-game show. I'm not sure the cause and effect, the chicken, the egg, but we're going to keep doing it because we're not going to interrupt that streak. No pants, no toasters, no hot tubs, no problems, because we are your Detroit Lions and Reddit connection. We'll see you this week.